Hello, welcome back to another Emergency Responsibility County YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about how Emergency Responsibility County costs money during an official Roblox event. So many people have criticized and called out Emergency Responsibility County for costing money. They called them out on Twitter, and the main developer, Mr. 4G, made a reply, and he since deleted it, but we have archives of it. So let's take a look at what he tweeted. So here it says, ERLC is not going free at this time. The event includes 180 different games. There are 12 different games you can own each item from. Being paid access does not hinder the event. There is no requirement regarding paid access for games submitted. So I'm pretty sure what he's talking about is that there's a bunch of games out there that you could play to get the rewards, and this one game being paid access is extremely small. But when you think about it, one game being paid access affects everything. AJ Striker has a huge disadvantage because in his first round, everybody that doesn't own it can't get it, so he's probably gonna lose. There's a high chance AJ Striker will lose even if he's the most popular, just because some players, even if you're on phone, because you also can't play it on phone, or you can't pay for it, they can't get the extra crate, they can't get the extra badge required to make him win. He still might win, there's a chance of it, but it's just way down now that it's paid access and you can't play it on your phone. It's also a very difficult event too, more difficult than all the others. And that brings me to his next tweet that has also been deleted from the looks of it. So this one says, also, I'd like to point out that at the time of writing, ERLC has rewarded 3,129 badges. Our event is a little difficult, and for example, Left 4 Survival, a free game, only has 580 badges. We seem to be on par, and even ahead of some other badges. While that may be true, think about all the people that want to play Emergency Responsibility County and can't. They could probably do the event, but they can't get in the game. Left 4 Survival is probably a very difficult event if it's free and only 580 badges have it, and it's probably for a champion that's not even that popular, so most people just won't get it. AJ Striker was voted as most popular in the Bloxy News Discord server, so it's pretty obvious that he would be one of the top champions of the event. And now he's in second place right now, and that literally could be based off of the whole entire world, other than the people that bought it can't play the game to get the badge. So I think this response, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't address what Creekcraft said when it comes to it affecting the event. It does. I don't think he understands that, but he also made an announcement on his Discord server, so let's look at that. So it says here that we talked with Roblox staff from the event team about a game being paid access in the event. They say it's perfectly fine for the game to be paid access and is not affecting the champion scores. Well, that was a total lie, because it is. People can't play it, they can't get a score, they can't get a badge to add to the score, so it is affecting the scores. I don't know what he said here. And he added on to that the next day. He said, after more talks with Roblox staff, they've acknowledged it was an oversight on their part to not ask if games were paid access. I agree that this is something which should have been thought about. They've also said that they're trying to get people to understand that not every one of the 180 games need to be played, and a very small proportion of players, if any, are completing event badges, all of them. The description of the hub has even been updated to mention this, but it does affect it, and they say it's a very small proportion, even though that it's still a proportion. It could be each game has like a few paid access ones, and it would just completely affect all the scores. Well, continuing reading. Again, they repeated that a single game out of 180 is not affecting the outcome. It is. The outcome is much more dependent on the level of difficulty for all other badges. I'm not sure about that. You think about the number of badges earned, and what they said was 3,000. For something that's under 1,000,000, 3,000 is a pretty large number to affect a score that's only about 100,000 apart. Let's continue reading. As for the dev team, you can't blame us for trying to get a fun event to our players. So what they're saying is, it's all Roblox's fault, which I disagree with him. Koneko Kitten says this good. They put their game into the METAVERSE event. Even if they didn't know what was happening, they put a paid access game into a Roblox event. They knew it wasn't going to go well, and it's their fault. And they have lowered the price to 50 Robux. I'm not sure if that's going to help, because I don't really think anyone wants to play anymore, knowing that I'm pretty sure there's a lot of hatred towards the game now, because one of those excuses were, we don't want to get dislikes. Imagine that. You don't want to make your Roblox game free for a week, just so you don't get dislikes. I don't really see why that would be a valid excuse. And here they are throwing the Roblox under the bus again. It says, please direct your concern to Roblox and not us. I already voiced my concerns to staff. Who knows, maybe they'll add an extra game to compensate for AJ Striker. Have a great day, and have fun in the event. So I hope that's a kind of better than Twitter. He deleted the one on Twitter, and that's a good thing, because it was terrible. But I'm just not sure about all the responses and combined here. He doesn't really address the main point of it being a paid access game, and you can't play it on phone. He just says it's gonna barely affect it. It's still affecting it. On Twitter he said it wasn't gonna, but on here he says it only was slightly. And then at the bottom he says that they might need to add a whole nother game just to compensate for it. So he practically admits it. But my final opinion on this is that it was a bad response, and that he should have probably made a better response, like, we appreciate your concern, we can't do anything about it now, we're working with Roblox to get another game in to compensate for week 2, we hope you can still enjoy the game while it is. Or they could have just made it free. They didn't even have to respond, they could have just made it free. Trusted everyone to not dislike the game when it's not free game. Again, I think they should have made it free, or at least had the better response, like I said. Well, that's all for this video. I know it's a short one, it's just me talking about how this Mr. Fogel's response is pretty bad, and how he probably should have made it free or made a better response. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see ya.